All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to solve for x right here. This is going to give us x equals -4. Then we're going to make a box up here, put -4 in this top left corner. And then we're just going to write down all the coefficients. Again, we make sure they're in descending order and no missing powers. It starts with the third to the second to the first, and then, of course, 0 degree. The coefficients 1, -1, -27, and -28. We're going to leave a space and draw a line. We bring our first term down, and then we're going to constantly multiply by this in the box, then add. So 1 times -4 is -4. We add these. Again, multiply by -4. -5 times -4 is +20. Add these, gives us a -7. And again, multiply by the -4. So -4 times -7 is 28. This is 0. The last number is your remainder. So there's no remainder. So the highest exponent is 3. We do 1 less than 3, which is x squared. So this is x squared minus 5x minus 7 is our answer. Okay, let's do the next one. We have x minus 2. We're going to solve for x and we get 2. So 2 is going to go in the box. We're going to make sure that we have no missing power. So our highest is 3, then we have a 2, then we have a 1, and the next to the 0 would just be 1, so, and nothing. We're going to write the coefficients 3, -22, 37, and -10. Okay, so we're going to bring the first term down, which is a 3, and then we're going to multiply, then add, multiply and add until we get to the end. And multiplied by the 2, so 3 times 2 is 6. We're going to add these. Then we're going to take 2 times -16, -32. Add these. 2 times 5 give us 10. Add those, 0 remainder. So now the highest exponent is 3. This will become x squared, x to the first, and then plus 5. So 3x squared minus 16x plus 5. Now you're probably thinking, this is so easy, why do we even do long division? Well, synthetic division only works if the coefficient is 1 and it's linear. So if you have a problem where you have to divide by a trinomial, you have to use long division. Okay? If your coefficient isn't 1, you use long division. But if it's linear, dividing by a linear term, a binomial, and your coefficient is 1, then you can use synthetic division. Okay? All right, let's go to this next one here. Now we're going to have a remainder. So let's go ahead. We're going to solve for x here, and we have -5. That's going to go in the top left corner. We have no missing power, so we'll write the coefficients. So 1, 1, -22, -1. We'll bring the first term down, then multiply by -5. Add, multiply, add, multiply. Did you have a remainder of 9? Okay, good. So now we're going to go 1 less than 3, so this becomes 1x squared minus 4x minus 2 plus the remainder over the divisor. And that's our answer. Go ahead and try 15 on your own. We're going to bring the first one down, multiply, 3 times 4 is 12, add these, we get -4. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. This gives us 8. 3 times 8 is 24. Remainder is 8. So our answer is 1 less than 3 would be 4x squared minus 4x plus 8 plus the remainder over the divisor. The last part here is we have missing powers. So we have to put a 0 as a place for the powers that are missing. So if we look at x to the third, it jumps from x to the third to x to the first. So we need to make sure that we have a place for x squared. So we're going to put a 0x squared there. So again, we're going to solve for x, and we get negative 8. We'll put negative 8 in the corner, and then our coefficients. 1, x squared will have a 0. X to the first, negative 49, 120. Go ahead and do that one, and then look up here to make sure you did it correctly. Now the last one here, number 17, we have, how many powers do we have missing here? We have an x squared and an x. So we have x to the fourth. We need 1, there's a 4, there's a 3, x squared, x. When we solve for this, we get 9. So our coefficients, we have to use 1, negative 9, 0, 0, negative 1. So we bring the first one down, multiply 0 times 9, 0. So this one looks kind of weird, right? Because we just have first term 0, 0, 0, and then a remainder. And so we do 1 less than x to the fourth, it's x to the third. Since these are 0, we were just going to ignore it. So we'll have x to the third plus the remainder over the divisor. And that's your answer. I want to show you one more example, and that you're going to see on Built to Math today. And if I give you something like 3x cubed minus 2x squared plus 5x and divide that by x minus 2, do you have any missing powers here? How many of you say yes? How many of you say no? All right, what's missing here? The constant term. You have to put a 0 for the constant term. So you have 3, 2, 1, you need for the constant term a place. And I'm going to show you why. So when you have 3, negative 2, 5, and 0, if we solve for x, we get 2. If you don't put a 0 there, you're going to think that this number here is going to be your remainder. So you have to have a place for the constant term. So we bring down the 3, we multiply. So if you didn't put that 0, you would think that this would be your remainder. So 1 less than x cubed, x squared, plus 4x plus 13, plus the remainder over the divisor.